I'll ramble, so you got.
I was just going to say, you're talking about your performance tonight is going to be 110%, and you've got your own style, and if people don't appreciate the kind of music, they can see the effort you've put in. The other bands playing tonight, you've all got the same kind of musical styles. Would you say that you're all playing like I don't want to say classic because it's your own take on it, so it's not old school, but you're all taking the sound and rejuvenated it. Would you say that
It's neo-classic.
Neo-classic, that's a really good way of describing it.
That's I call us, when we first started the band together, I called it neo-classic rock. And I kind of got, shut down by the other guys. But they didn't, me and Robin went to music school, and neoclassicism was Stravinsky's style, the early 1900s, because Stravinsky was bringing back classical music form of Mozart. Mozart's sonata form, like I could go deep on this, but so we're bringing back like classic rock guys, like our favorites, like the Beatles, Cream, the Small Faces, the Rolling Stones. Were all they're all British bands emulating the rock and roll coming from America. They were emulating Chuck Berry, Elvis Presley.
British invasion.
Yeah, the British invasion was. They'll all say it. The Rolling Stones were really doing a Chicago blues thing. The Beatles were really doing Chuck Berry and Elvis, and the early Beatles stuff.
Some of Buddy Holly, didn't they?
Yeah, like that's Chuck Berry, but the Beatles made millions of dollars off those melodies and made the biggest band ever, the greatest band of all time is the Beatles. I'll say that. So whatever these guys are tapping into, we actually played with Vintage Trouble in LA before. They're really good. We're tapping into what the soul music that the British invasion bands are tapping into. That's why we get compared to them a lot, I think. It's not like I'm trying to sound like Keith Moon or Ginger Baker or these drummers, John Bonham or whatever. But I'm trying to tap. John Bonham was way into jazz, but he played big drums, And I'm into jazz and I play big drums, so we're tapping into that same well, I think, as those guys, the soul music. Motown is another one that influenced the British bands. So I can't really even think of an old American band that I like a lot. All my favorite bands are the British bands in the '60s.
Would you say then, using the term your neo-classic rock, I don't know about the charts in America, but at least in the UK, there's certainly that kind of music missing. Would you say you're trying to bring it back, or?
Without sounding melodramatic, like we're bringing it back, I think it's a breath of fresh air. I wish more bands would, because everybody's playing literally to a grid now. Bands are playing to a click track. A lot of bands since the 70s, really, I guess, have been playing to click tracks. But now it's coming up on a computer screen, and you can look at your drum. Have you ever seen what they do with Pro Tools now? Like, you can see the beats where they lay in a waveform, right? And so they can take those waveforms if it's off and move it. And now they have programs that will go through the whole song and find how far off the grid you are, whether you are, and go and put you right on the grid. So everybody's ear is used to gridded rock and roll, like modern rock bands. A lot of people record that way, and then you have electronic music, dance music, the Lady Gagas of the world, Rihanna and stuff. It's like electronic, completely drum programming. Rap music is all drum programming. So everyone's used to hearing strict tempos now. Whereas you listen to like the Smiths, like the bands, even these bands from the 80s, recording to tape. So what you hear is what you get, That's what the drummer plays. If there's nothing, I mean, they might have, they cut tape and they would put verses together and stuff, but, you know, nobody was looping shit here. So I think what we're bringing to the table is real men playing real music. Whether you like it or hate it, it's real, it's visceral, it's from our gut, and it's from our heart and soul. So that's what you get.
That's a quote, quote unquote. Now, you're signed, like you said earlier, you're signed now with Earache. They're not the kind of label that would normally associate with your kind of music.
Yeah.
You think of something a lot heavier. How did that come about? How did they find you then?
A lot heavier. I guess the owner of the label found us on MySpace maybe. Just kind of randomly found us, called us, and called our management, and we were like, yeah, this label from the UK is interested in you guys. And we're like, oh, you know, cool. So we looked them up, and we see Napalm Death, and we see like some of these, you know, grindcore, thrash kind of stuff, and we're like, this is a joke? Like, we literally didn't believe in it, so we kind of just went, okay, whatever. Like, I guess 6 months later, they hit us up again. We're like, who are these guys? And then our manager actually had a conversation with them. And was like, these guys are for real. They're into you. They believe in what you're doing. And I guess they want to branch out. I don't know, because we're the only band that was breaking the earache code. So personally, I think it makes us big fish in a small pond, you know? Like, we're not just another grindcore band on Earache. So I feel like, maybe, I don't know if we are or not, but it feels like we would get more attention, because everyone's going, this band is on Earache? And so I think it's forcing people, I think it's driving more people to our music, just because of that alone. And then they hear us and they're like, that's not an Earache band, but it is. We're Earache. So I'm excited, and everything seems to be going really well. Like in Europe, this is our first time in Europe, and our show's sold out.
That's fantastic.
So, or the UK. You guys like to call it the UK here, right?
Yeah.
Is this
Europe? Is the
still
continent.
Europe though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you said just now that you're sold out your first UK show, which is fantastic news. When can the UK get hold of your new album, and are you going to tour the UK after the show tonight?
Pressure and Time, I believe, comes out in May of 2011 on Earache Records. And tonight's our only show in the UK for now. We're going back home in a couple days. We got some US dates, stuff we're going to be doing in March. And then I believe we're coming back here in the summer. We're going to be doing, we're slated to play all the festivals, all the big rock festivals in Europe. I know we're booked in Spain, Italy, Belgium, Sweden, UK, France, like all the big
Download Summersphere.
Like Europeans, you guys go crazy in the summertime on the rock festival. It's beautiful. And every American, I'll tell you, every American musician dreams of playing the European rock festivals, because it's where it is. It's where it's at. America has like Bonnaroo, Coachella, and Summerfest in Milwaukee. And those are like the three, New Orleans Jazz Fest, Voodoo Fest in New Orleans. We don't have that many, but ours are spread out all over the year.
Yeah.
You guys have like this 2-month period where it's just
Music, metal, yeah.
Yeah, you guys, it's so awesome. I used to follow the Grateful Dead, so I can imagine kids jumping from festival to festival, right? That's probably what happens over here, right? Then I know we're gonna. I think we've either booked them or we're this close to booking dates with the Foo Fighters in Spain.
Really?
So it'll be I don't know, 2 or 3 gigs with them. So I think we're trying to lock that in. So we have a pretty good summer over here.
Yeah, sounds like you got some really good stuff lined up.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah,
Have a great show
you.
tonight.
Thank you.